Wilson
Hello.
Ross from Black Film TV. Hello, folks. How's it going?
Pretty
Hey,
good.
how are
How
you?
are you?
Echo, I'm gonna start off with you. How lucky are you that when you're reading that script, you get to see as many beautiful women that you get to be hopefully paired with?
You know, I am very thankful that I've gotten to meet a lot of extremely talented actors and actresses across the board. I feel very fortunate and lucky that I get to be a part of the show. I'm such a huge fan of Phil Augusta Jackson and his creative process, everything that he's involved in. So I feel extremely fortunate, and it's definitely nice to really explore Noah's aspects of dating, just being a person who's just living in a world where dating happens and is a real perspective of life. It definitely helps me teach myself a lot about my real life perspectives in that world.
What about you, Nicole? You get to play your sister, you get to bring in your own jokes, your own men, and I guess you are anti-Republican.
Ah! Ah!
um, I wouldn't say I'm anti-Republican. I think it's a theme that happens in dating where you're like, do my values line up with their values? Uh, how much can I compromise? What is a hard no? Where are my boundaries? And I think politics was a fun, divisive maybe way to play with it, but like I love that Phil didn't shy away from someone coming and being like, so I guess a Republican's a deal breaker, and it's like maybe it is. For me personally, maybe I don't know. I've never been in this situation, except I did hook up with one Republican, but I had driven all the way to North Hollywood, so I said this is gonna happen. I drove a long time.
Mhm.
So when you take on these roles, and I like to say that like whenever anybody plays a role and they're reading their sides, there's a little bit of themselves in a character. Obviously, you just mentioned a little bit about yourself in regards to the character. What about you, Echo? Is there anything that your character does that's like, okay, this is me, that your friends will say this is so you?
Oh yeah, like I'm definitely a person who enjoys relationships. So I generally didn't play the field for a lot of my life, so I was generally always in a relationship. So Noah is familiar in that perspective that I kind of I'm a romantic. I like to say that I'm a hopeful romantic as opposed to a hopeless romantic. So I definitely can sympathize with the character now and relate to his perspective of his pursuit for love. Not as I'm not as intense about it as Noah, and I don't put all the perspectives on rom-com specifics on it, but I definitely think romance is definitely important, and I'm a person who's very much into being in a committed relationship and finding love, and I believe in the one and all that stuff like that. So I definitely connect with the character on that.
Phil mentioned everybody kind of knows everybody knows each other. And for you, Nicole, you're a comedian. So like when you do a show like this, which is a comedy, do you have the ability to kind of work with the directors as far as saying, or maybe ad-libbing to your character, or is it all on the page? Like, here's what it is, and here's how I'm going to play it.
A lot of it is on the page because Phil is an incredible writer and he assembled an incredible room with some very talented people. And my process personally is we get what's on the page, and if we're happy with that and I still find I want to play a little bit more, I'll ask. I'll say, can we go for one more? It's my coverage. I have a little, something I thought of that I want to improvise, or sometimes in the moment you just improvise. And Phil Jackson comes from an improv background, and we were on an improv team together. And I've known him for like a decade, and I've known Echo for like 4 years, five. Oh, no.
A decade.
No, we've known.
We were on a team for 4 years.
Oh my god! I've known you for.
I think you've known Phil for longer than a decade.
I think I've also
now.
known him for longer. Oh my god, I'm like old.
Who's on first?
Oh no, age! Oh no.
But yeah, it's so collaborative. It's really great, and we like give each other jokes. Like there was one episode where an extra, there was like they cut to an extra doing like something, and I was like, I think it'd be funny if you did this, and then Echo was like, I think it'd be funny if you did this, and then Gracie was like, what about this? And so then we had the extra like run through all of our ideas, and nobody was mad. Everyone was like, yeah, let's like make this the funniest show possible. So it's incredible. It's fun.
Now, do you guys have a crew like this one? Some people have like maybe one or two people, and then some people have like a crew, where you guys hang out, whether it be in LA or anywhere else, and have these sort of conversations where you're looking around and you're talking about dating lives. Not everybody's always open with each other.
I mean, the whole show is based off our actual real life friend group. There's multiple people in the actual show and the cast that are in this group that meet up weekly at a wine bar in LA. Like Nicole, myself, Carl, and our showrunner Phil are one of our writers, Lamar, our writer Aaron, our writer Ife Nwadue. All of us are part of this crew that meets up at a wine bar every week to unpack the struggles and triumphs of life, work, success, everything. And so these are things we share. Like, in fact, the last episode dealt a lot with therapy, and these are real conversations we've had as just Black men and women existing in this world, in this space, and in LA, just trying to unpack the daily aspects of life. So it's definitely, the show is based 100% off our real life and our real crew. So it's definitely it makes it seamless to play in this space.
Before I let you go, I'm going to ask, what's the best wine to get, since y'all are talking about wine bar here and there?
The boys love a Lambrusco.
Yeah.
Or Lambrusco. It's like
Lambrusco.
A sparkling red.
Italian sparkling red in particular.
Very good. I've gotten into orange wine, a little funky. I do like a classic rosé. But I've gotten a lot more into wine since, going to a wine bar.
And such Lambrusco, definitely. But I also say I like a lot of blends like Syrahs and Grenache. They're really good reds for me.
See, you guys know your stuff. Otherwise, it would be like they're lying. They're not wine drinking. It's just a prop. It's just a prop.
We drink it. We be sneaking real wine into the set. We be drunk, like, hey, what's this line? I'm just kidding. No,
hey, your line.
I don't know it.
Keep the jokes coming. Season 2. Let's hope that make it happen. We'll talk again. Wherever you're at, stay safe.
Thank you. You too.
Bye. Thank you.